Well, John, I can imagine the training ground was a really bright place to come into this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I think over the international break we managed to maintain a pretty good atmosphere around here, and we didn't want to be all doom and gloom off the back of the whole game. We had, I think, I guess appropriate levels of disappointment coming back into the training ground. We got that out of our system, and then trained hard with those two training blocks going into the Millwall game with a load of positivity. So we don't want it to be sort of too up and down, and all of a sudden, because we've won one game, thinking we've cracked it, and we also don't want to be too sort of down in the dumps and think that we need to play everything down. So plenty of positivity off the back of the game of the weekend, but realism in terms of the league possession first and foremost, and then second of all about the task ahead of us on Wednesday.
How did the squad come out of the game on Saturday?
Yeah, all fine, all fine. So a couple of players went down with cramp, but nothing else. So no issues there, no injury issues, and we will have the same squad to select from on Wednesday that we did at the weekend.
How good is it to go into Wednesday on the back of a really positive performance and result as well?
Yeah, I think it was just important in isolation. So if you take the game in isolation, it was really important. The points were big for us first and foremost, and just to have that positive performance at home was a big boost. I think to come out and actually show that we're capable of those levels of performance is important for the squad, important for the fans as well. The level of performance we showed on Saturday, how much that matters going into Wednesday, we'll only see when we actually show up at Bramall Lane on Wednesday night, and we have to continue the level of performance that we showed and actually building it a little bit more.
Does Saturday show just how quickly things can change in football, not only on the pitch but off the pitch as well?
Yeah, I mean we've had a tough period in between the last two international breaks, and having beat Middlesbrough at home and then drawing a away against Leicester, we thought it's going to be the sort of start of something this season. We didn't manage to build upon that, and I don't think we were terrible through that period. I thought we lost some tight games. Take the Birmingham game out of it, obviously, because we were really poor that day, but we lost some tight games and didn't win a couple of others that maybe we should have done. So it was clearly a disappointing run for us, but yeah, we managed to really improve on that performance after the Millwall game, and it's brightened everything up. We've just got a huge week now. We've got 6 more points to play for, and these sort of weeks where you can come away from it with anything between 0 and 9 points. They're not season defining, but they're really important building blocks for what you're trying to do for the rest of the year.
What do you want your team to take from Saturday into Wednesday?
I think the work rates and the intensity and aggression that we showed all over the pitch in general, I think was the most important thing. So whenever we put a Portsmouth side out, that's what we expect to see as a bare minimum, and that's where we need to get to. We need to get to those levels again. Physically, it should be fine in terms of the turnaround. Obviously, we've got to travel up to Sheffield, but I think with the extra day, I certainly expect us to be right at it in terms of the physical side of the game, and showing those levels of intensity and aggression in and out of possession are going to be really important for us.
And both us and Sheffield United going into the game, scoring 3 goals in victories, looks to be quite an exciting encounter at Bramall Lane.
Yeah, I mean, Sheffield United are a very good side. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I thought they were back to their best at the weekend. That's if you were looking at a Sheffield United side last year that finished third, unlucky to miss out on automatic promotion and unlucky not to go up in the playoffs. It looked very similar on Sunday to what it looked like at times last year, and no surprise obviously with Chris coming in and having a lot of time with the squad. So their league position is completely irrelevant. I fully expect Sheffield United to pick up points. Just it's our job on Wednesday to make sure that we do our best to stop that from happening.
As you say, in a false position by your own admission, but what are you expecting from them on Wednesday? What are their main threats?
They've got threats all over the football pitch, and they've got threats off the bench as well. I think the 2 centre forwards that came on, if you bring on Patrick Bamford and Tom Cannon, it tells you the strength and depth. And with even with that, we saw Sheffield United early in the season not quite managed to produce the results they wanted to produce, but now Chris is back in, and he definitely has got them going again. To the levels that, like I said, I think they were close to last season. So that just for us is a really good challenge. I think it's something that we relish. We tend to sharpen our focus a little bit against some of the better sides, and I think we need to go up to Bramall Lane on Wednesday and do exactly that.
And a Wednesday night trip to Bramall Lane, perhaps not the most glamorous occasion for the fans in terms of journey time and what time they get back, but you'll still be followed by a healthy crowd. How good is that to see?
Yeah, with the same applies for all of the away games that we have this year. The trips from Portsmouth they're never friendly. The only one that's close enough is a pretty hostile trip, and that's very different. So yeah, this is going to be a tough one on a Wednesday night, a long way up, and people returning home in the early hours of as early as a Thursday morning. So yeah, very appreciative of the support, especially because we know that come rain or shine, we're going to have a very rowdy away end, and yeah, hopefully we can reward that with a really good performance and come back with some points.